Hey, guess what? It's another video after another 5 months. So, I put in a code to get a Mystic Ticket. I have no idea if this is going to work. My guess is that it will not, based off of the last video and the wonderful effects that have happened with that one. So, let's go in here and see what we can do. Are you gonna notice something? Nope. Okay, so now we do this usual crap, and if it doesn't work, then I'll just cut the video and wait until it does, because at some point this will work. And then insert people here who complain that that gave them seizures, even though it clearly didn't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to talk about anymore. Like, how can you have any coherence in this LP when there's like a 5-month gap between each video? I don't really have any justifiable reason for that either. I just haven't been wanting to record stuff lately. I almost felt like recording more Mario 74, but I haven't yet. Okay, so yeah, this still isn't working. I did put in some codes. Here they are. Mystic Ticket, Navel Rock Enabler. I don't know if those are correct or not. I still don't know what a DMA Disabler actually is, or if I want that on, so I'll try it without, maybe. And I don't know, like, if you have to reset the game or something to make the codes work. I don't know. Also, giant cursor. Except I probably didn't remember to make the cursor giant, so I don't know. Just do this for a while, and if it doesn't work, then, like I said, I'll just cut the video until it does. Because, I mean, this isn't really all that fantastic. I just did want to show that these islands exist, so whatever, cutting. Okay, I might have gotten something. Let's see. And turn into a man again, and then blah blah blah. Is it you who brought the odd ticket? No, it was somebody else. So, is this going to actually take me to Navel Rock, or is it going to be Southern Island again? That's the question. Okay, Navel Rock. And it's playing Fire Red Leaf Green music, so yep, there we go. Now, if you watched my Fire Red Omega LP, which I'm assuming most of you have, seeing as how that's one of my more popular ones, and it's also my longest one, and if you're watching, well, no, because apparently this one, in terms of sheer length, is actually longer, but that one has more segments, so that was fantastic. I'm so glad that dead end existed. Whatever, ignoring all other dead ends. And we go up, and we go up, and we keep going up. And we hope that something is at the top, because you might actually need to have another code enabled for there to be. So, let's find out. Oh, okay. And we fight Braviary, based off of its coloring, because that is most definitely not Ho-Oh. And I just find a shiny one. So, as with the other legendaries, I'll give one extremely shitty attempt at catching it normally, and then okay, that actually did a lot more damage than I would have liked, so let's just do that, and yeah, it has recover. Isn't that lovely? So, since I didn't actually save before, whatever, it's not like if I don't catch it, then I'm gonna really care, so chuck some balls at it, let it break out 4,000 times, and then eventually Master Ball it. So, what do I say about this, really? I mean, with these, you've literally already seen me do this before if you watched the other LP, except it was a hack and it was, like, very slightly different there. But, whatever. Master Balling it. I don't really care. So this one, probably should have looked up some background info on these tickets, honestly. Oh, hello, Sacred Ash. Okay. Let me critique the tile set here. I do like the bit of shading on that as it goes down. I do like the nothing but pure blue sky when the game has clearly shown that it can, like, render clouds and have them moving. But anyway, yeah, I think most of these tickets, this one and the one for the event that I'm going to do after this, were actually distributed in some events at some point, like the Pokemon Rocks America sort of things, which I never went to those, because I don't even know if there was one in Illinois, but there probably was in Chicago, but I kind of got disinterested in Pokemon halfway through the 3rd gen, and then I got back into it later on. So yeah, here we have Lugia. Most of my team is dead, so revive, why not? And sure, I'll bring you guys back too. And then we do the same thing here, and if I get lucky, then I do, and if I don't, then I don't. But anyway, yeah, this one required the Mystic Ticket, and it gets you both of these Pokemon, and the Southern Island one that I did for Latios, I like how I didn't even get to paralyze it, that was great. I will paralyze it with Body Slam, go. Or I will die from Hydro Pump. Wow, that was a super effective Blizzard right there. That just goes to show how much, like, defensive power Lugia has. So, why am I weakening you? I don't really know, but whatever. So yeah, I'm not really sure how those tickets were given out, because apparently if you, like, look at the piece of paper in the Pokemon marts, like, and then you put in a very specific phrase, it unlocks Mystery Gift. And I guess Mystery Gift was used for the tickets, but I am not positive. And so, yeah, this one and the next one were in Fire Red and Leaf Green as well, hence the music. The areas actually do have a slightly different tile set between the versions, but, yeah, and then the Southern Island with Latios, or Latias, depending on game or what you chose to be the roamer, was in Ruby and Sapphire as well. And then there is one other event area that is specific to Emerald, which I will show off last. And once again, screw you, using Master Ball. And there we go. I've always liked Lugia, I guess just because of the second movie, even though, looking back at it, I'm sure it isn't that great. I mean, I did watch that review with, that dude in the Suede and Linkara and Juario, and it's like, oh yeah, we're looking back at the old movies, and we're going to review one of these every, like, 9 years, because they have an upload schedule about as rigorous as mine. Well, at least when it comes to that series. I know Linkara does weekly videos and stuff, but whatever, I don't know where I'm going with any of these statements. Okay, goodbye, Navel Rock. You were kind of boring, honestly. I don't really know why they felt the need to make Lugia and Ho-Oh into event Pokemon in this generation. I guess they just couldn't think of anywhere else to put them. So they're like, sure, Event Island, that nobody will ever go to. And speaking of islands that nobody will ever go to, let us see if we can get this next one to work. So, once again, cutting the video. And so, once again, we see what horrible things have happened to the PC. Hoping that I have the ticket that I need in there. Yeah, I've got 12 of them. And I've got... Oh my god, what happened to this? Why does this code do this? Does it, like, change something in the PC every time you go in and out of the Pokemon Center? Well, I think I only need one of these, so I'll leave the others in there to, do whatever it is that they do. And, yeah, I've got my 3 tickets here. And I'm gonna be astonished if this one actually works. Also, healing would probably be a good idea. Because, for this code, I don't know how trustworthy this is, but, this one is apparently for Faraway and Birth Island. I'm hoping to go to Birth Island. Can't get to Faraway Island without the old sea map, which I haven't put in the code for, but, this one, it says, like, use this code if you have the Brave symbol, use a different code if you don't. And so, I do in fact have the Brave symbol, so let's see if it works. Or if it decides to take me somewhere else. Okay, well, it is letting me go to Navel Rock again. That's, I guess, some sort of progress. And let me try this house. I wonder if it has to be the Pokemon Center specifically, or if it can just be a house. I don't know. I don't get how any of this works. Somebody who understands Game Shark is probably screaming at me right now, like, "No, you moron, you didn't reconfooble the Energy Motron," but I'm not gonna do that, so... Let me see if this, like... Okay, so yeah, I'm thinking that whatever code you happen to have active is gonna rewrite shit in your PC every time you go through that door. Good thing I'm not keeping this save file. So, are you gonna do something? Oh, something. What's it gonna be? Far, far away. Go there and there will be a bunch of Farbuckses and... yeah, whatever. Shrek reference. Okay, okay, there's no music here, so... yeah, this is actually gonna be Birth Island. What do you know? And once again, you will remember this from Fire Red Omega. You will also be very intimate with this little black triangle here, because that liked to show up a lot in that game, but in this one it actually has a puzzle associated with it, where you have to get to it with the least number of steps. So, like, if you dick around too much, and then go and do it, it'll reset to the middle. So, it's pretty easy. Now, apparently, if you don't run, that can also screw it up, so I'm gonna try not running and see if that does anything bad. Oh, what do you know, it does. Unless I just messed up there, that's a possibility as well. So we do all this, and then you get to fight Triangle Man, doing the things a triangle can. What's he like? It's not important, Triangle Man. Or, wait, no, that was Particle Man. Whatever. Close enough. But Triangle Man hates Particle Man, and when they get in a fight, Triangle wins, Triangle Man. Okay, so... it explodes, and we get some kind of funky, unique music. Which is going to sound absolutely horrible when I speed it up, but yeah, this is Deoxys. AKA the Pokemon that is, like, way too goddamn hard to get. Because let's see the number of times this thing has been released, and I'm only going to be looking at North America for this, because Japan gets stuff whenever they feel like it, and, ooh, I kinda just killed it. You didn't see that. Okay, so, I put in the code again. This is totally not a different game or different pre-recorded footage or anything like that. As I was saying, Japan kind of just gets events whenever they feel like it, and so I don't really know how many Deoxys events they've gotten, and Europe never gets anything, and as we all know, Australia doesn't exist, and no other continents or anything else exists. So, speaking about just the American ones, there was this one with the Aurora Ticket, which I believe was given out in Pokemon Rocks the America or whatever. And then there's also the Space Sea Deoxys, which, as I have eloquently put before in some sort of a comparison involving spatulas, nobody, like, should have, because as far as I know, it was only given out in Houston at the Space Center, but then I actually did find out later on that, yay for accidental KOs, apparently that's a recurring theme with this thing. Yeah, I found out that that one was actually given out at those same events with the ticket itself, so I don't really know. But then there was one that was given out at GameStop for like 2 days back in, I think, 2008. Maybe, yeah, I think 2008. And there was one that you could get from Pokemon Ranger, I think it was Guardian Signs. Yeah, it was Guardian Signs. And it was like a multiplayer mission, so you had to know somebody else who had the game, and nobody had that game, so, like, seriously, screw Deoxys, there's no way to get one. They, like, really, really need to do another event for it, or here's an idea, actually make some of these old event Pokemon available in the new games through, like, regular methods. Because now that they're adding, like, 4 or so events per generation, like, let's look at Gen 4. It had Manaphy, Darkrai, Shaman, and Arceus. Let's look at Gen 5. It had Victini, Keldeo, Meloetta, and Genesect. I think we have enough events. Start putting the old ones in the games. Like, you can make Mew event only if you want, because it's kind of known for that. But, I don't know, like, put Darkrai in the game somewhere, or put Shaman in there. They're not really that special. I don't know. So, that's the Fire Red version of Deoxys. It doesn't show itself as that form when you're fighting it, obviously, but Emerald Deoxys looks different, as I'm sure you all know. I'll, like, badly crop a picture in here or something. And yeah, Traveler's Tomb is a place that doesn't exist, so I'm going to stop recording. Okay, so, bad, like, edits aside, just kind of cutting to this, I actually did decide to put in the codes again and all that junk, and I caught all the other legendaries, and I'm just going to screw it and throw a Master Ball at this thing, because it doesn't matter. Yeah, there's Emerald Form Deoxys. For those who aren't aware, in Gen 4 and 5, you can just kind of change its forms however you want, but in Gen 3, it's specific to which game it's in. So, in Ruby and Sapphire, it'll be its normal form, which is allegedly balanced, but it's actually, like, really, really crap defensively and really good offensively, and it has decent speed. And then Emerald form has even higher speed, with everything else being kind of lower from the regular form, I guess. I think. I don't really know. And then, Fire Red has the attack form, which is, again, a more exaggerated form of the regular one. And then Leaf Green has the defense form, which, holy crap, this is a lot of legendaries. The defense form is actually the most balanced one, if you want to be picky about it. Because it's the only one that can, like, survive more than 0 hits, so I'll just put all my legendaries in here, might as well. This will be my legendary box, and they're just going to kind of be not ordered at all. And let's look at them for the heck of it. Lonely, Rash, Gentle, Quiet. Don't know what any of those natures do. Don't know if they have any interesting moves. I did actually want to see what the hell Luster Purge looks like, so let's do a bit of experimentation here. And does this one have Mist Ball? Yeah. I'd never, like, since I've never used those two before, I don't really know anything about their signature moves, other than they have weird names. So, let us find out by scaring the crap out of some poor Wild Oddish here. And then getting experience, which bothers me, but... Okay, so basically it's Psychic with a bad fade-out effect. Alright. And then Mist Ball is probably going to be like a variant on Shadow Ball or something, if I had to guess. Or it could just throw a powdered donut and call it a day. Alright. I guess that works too. Did I want to see anything else? I don't remember, honestly. Oh yeah, I do want to see something about Deoxys, actually, because I have heard that you, like, can't use it if you put in codes unless you put in another code to specifically have it obey you. Because it, like, doesn't listen to you even if you have the badges or something. Let me see if that's true. Here, I'll just use Psychic against this repeatedly to see if it will listen to me or not. Or that could happen. Let's see. Well, it seems to be obeying me pretty well. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it only does that if you put in the warp code or something. I don't know. So, anyway, off screen, I have put in the final code to get my PC overrun with old C maps. So, with any luck, I will be able to get to the final event area now. Let us find out if it will work. Oh. What do you know, it did. And it's, once again, this guy. And, oh my goodness, it's Mr. Briny. Everybody forgot about him because he was kind of irrelevant to the plot. He's still thankful for saving that Wingull. I mean, I guess I would be too, but kind of convenient that he happened to be in that boat. So, this is the last area. This is exclusive to Emerald. And as far as I know, the Old Sea map has never been distributed outside of Japan. That was kind of funky. I don't know what that was all about. And it's unfortunate that this place was never, like, made accessible. Except for in Japan, I guess, but they don't count, damn it, except they totally do. Because it is kind of funky. It's got a nice little build-up to it. And then when you get in here, yeah, there's Mew here. This is the one place that Mew has ever been obtainable in-game. Unless you count the Mew glitch. Which I kind of do, but... And it... Yeah, I like how it was spelled the Japanese way. Also, Mew gets its own special music here. For some reason. So, this one I think I actually can catch legitimately without a Master Ball, because I believe it doesn't have a particularly low catch rate. Do I have any healing items? Yes, I do. Oh yeah, and it does that. Well, so much for the low catch rate thing, because now it has a catch rate of whatever Deoxys would be, which I'm assuming is 3. But... oh well, I'll still try. And I didn't bring my Paralyzer with, because I have poor planning skills, so... let's go for it. Don't really have too much else to say, but yeah, it's kind of unfortunate they didn't include this because the, like, hunt down Mew in the grass gimmick isn't really used anywhere else. I would have liked to see that kind of be done more, instead of just, like, oh my god, you got Mew, there it is, it wasn't that hard to track down. You could have had it, like, run through a number of different areas or something. Okay, so... oh, and we're down to struggle. Great. I forgot. Transform gives it 5 for each PP. 5 for each PP. That is clearly what I meant to say. And struggle works different in Gen 3 than it does in the current games, because right now, they changed it so that it does all, like, huge amounts of recoil damage. Here, I think it's based off of how much damage the actual attack does, so... come on, get in the ball. Totally should have not let it transform, but I forgot that it even did that. 2 more. 1 more. Damn it. Okay. Nest Ball, go. Timer Ball, go. Anything but the stupid Master Ball. Repeat Ball. Because, you know, I have caught a Deoxys already. Oh, okay, fine. So there we go. Sorry for, like, totally ruining that music and everything. I like how now it is the new species Pokemon instead of new species, as it used to be. So there we go. All the event Pokemon have been captured. There are no Pokemon in this grass whatsoever, which I'm kind of glad for, because it would be kind of amazing if you're going to hunt down Mew and then all of a sudden you fight a level 2 Rattata. That would have been a little bit, like, of a letdown, but... that's about it. And since my PC is now completely fucked up beyond all recognition, I don't think I'm going to be keeping anything on this save file. I did make a backup of it, but it was fun to mess around with. And, just to cap off this video, even though it's already been kind of long. Let's see if Mew has an obedience bit. Don't know why I bothered with Transform, because it would have been nice to actually use some other moves, so... Clearly I will use Mega Punch on the Ghost type. No, Metronome is fun. And then it just uses Transform. Or Focus Energy, that works too. We're getting exciting moves here. Come on, use like Aeroblast or something. What? Oh, it used Bounce? Is that what that is? Yeah, okay. And one last Metronome, just to be annoying about it. Sharpen. Okay, so Mew has become pointy. This has accomplished very much. And then we Mega Punch and we miss, and I get KO'd by a Wild Poochyena. Okay. So next time, stuff that... You know, I was gonna say stuff that isn't glitchy, but you know what? Screw that. More glitches.